Really don't care to do that stuff, honestly. All right. Or gained weight. Gaineth weight. I mean, but it's, mm, mm, Hey, what's up, Cave Trader? You say you had a red day today? What happened? Where did you go wrong? You said just a small one? Mm. Yeah. Like I said, Cave Trader, man, you definitely have mastered being a great loser. I'm still trying to figure that one out. Still trying to figure that one out because I don't see failure as a stepping stone or a gateway to success. Even though I know it is, I just don't see it that way. I see failure for what it is, failure. I guess at this point, I mean, I know I'm not going to have 100% winning trades, but I shouldn't be failing forward anymore. At least that's how I feel. I shouldn't be failing forward. Mm, 23, 915. Actually, I think price is actually at this level right now. So we'll see if the market actually reacts here at a range between 915 and 935. Uh, I believe the last time I looked at the charts, the market was, or at least the bears were coming in and trying to attempt to short this thing back down, but I don't think the bears are going to be able to hold anything. Looks like the bears on gold though. I'm looking at gold right now, and it never ceases to amaze me how Well, every time I try to be cute on gold, thinking that, oh man, maybe this will happen or maybe that'll happen, it doesn't happen. Gold does exactly what gold is going to always do, just be gold. So right now, price is actually in an area where I was looking at a range between 915 to about 935. So this range right here is where I expect the bears to try to come in and react at. Shit, let's take the trade. Why not? I would prefer to have gotten in at 15, but um, let's see. We'll see. Oof. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that, cave trader, because mm, one of the biggest obstacles that I'm overcoming right now is trusting the charts. I don't particularly care for small moves on gold. Like these little range plays right here, I don't care for them. I'll skip these trades 100% of the time. 7. But it always hurts to see uh these moves actually come back and work. Because I looked at this and I was like, this does look like a break because gold is low key trending down. Or at least this leg right here is in a downward trend. Even though gold is overall bullish, it's in a bearish trend to the downside. So, I mean, the market is basically rotating back and forth at these range highs and just going down. So, I mean, the shorts should work. Now, another reason why I hesitated to take that short was because of that short that I was in earlier today. That was probably one of the one of my top 5 stressful shorts. I looked back at the chart and saw that it stayed within my range. It's just that at the time, I wasn't 100% sure of the trade. So that was nerve wracking. It was very stressful. And you can see that during this trade, the market was going or it was trading back into resistance. And that's why I took it. I was initially positive. It comes right back up. It looked like they were trying to actually break out above. My stop was, I think, at this high. And I thought I was going to get stopped out of this one. So I was preparing myself for the loss until it finally rolled over. And then it took me on one more ride by missing my target by a tick. One tick, literally one tick. Took me on a ride and then it comes back and then it actually hits the target. And then it pushes back up. At that point, I didn't care because my target was hit, but you can see that the bears actually came in full force here. So uh, this is why I try not to project the Nasdaq onto gold because this is where a lot of that distrust, because it's so easy on gold, I kind of distrust it, even though I really don't have a reason to distrust it. I just do. No, that is definitely true, K Trader. I have rest days. Uh, Honestly, I really don't know where that mindset comes from because I used to believe the same thing. It's just go to the gym every day. But for me personally, it was more of a mental thing because my mind kind of went, I wouldn't say crazy, but it asked a question that put it in an endless loop. It says, if I'm going to work out every day, when will I have time to rest? And then that's when it asked that question, it was like, oh, I put myself in an endless loop. I was imagining myself going to the gym every day in, day out, no rest. And my mind did not like that shit. And those rest days are definitely crucial because it allows for that reset. You can go into the gym after maybe a 2 or 3 day reset, and you can kind of go back hard. I have a shifting 3 days on, and I have a fourth day that I have that just completes the circuit, is what I call it. So it's really 3 days, but that fourth day just completes sets from Monday, Tuesday. I'm just completing sets. It's a half day on that fourth day, and I chill until the cycle re-begins. So, oh shit, you know it, man. Shit, I even I will say that I really don't know how vegan bodybuilders do it, but at least for me, in the way that my body works, uh, I don't know if y'all guys recall, but I said that added beef into my diet. Uh, the beef definitely helps out in the workouts. I guess because I have the protein, I'm replacing what I'm breaking down. I can stay on schedule and I can gradually increase my sets. When I stopped eating the beef, it was like I was on steroids and I stopped taking them. When I said that the same set that I was doing just a week ago or 2 weeks ago felt like, "Oh my god, where is all this weight coming from?" I had to go I even went down a little bit because I didn't want to believe it was the beef, but it was just the beef replacing all of the minerals and nutrients and whatever, B12, whatever the heck it is that the beef is doing. I even tried chicken because it was leaner. And chicken, I guess, chicken doesn't really. My body doesn't respond to chicken the same way it responds to beef. So it's like if I eat chicken and try to do the same thing, it's like okay, yeah, it's like I might as well don't even eat I might as well not eat the chicken because it's not doing anything for me. It's the beef. Mm. Yeah, I don't eat too much. I don't eat I do not eat the like the ribs and all of this stuff. I just eat the lean meat of the beef. I do not want the fat. I don't want the marble. I don't want none of that shit. I just want lean meat. And I don't fry it either. I steam it in my little Ninja steam cooker, pressure cooker, crock pot, or whatever you call it. I steam it. All the grease and whatever is at the bottom of the pan. It comes out at a little medium well. Only takes about 10, 11 minutes to cook. And I can have steak daily. I will say that now I wake up early now. I used to sleep until 6:30, but now I wake up at like 5 or 4:30 now, which is annoying as fuck. But I wake up fully rested. And sometimes I wake up in between where my body feels ready to go, but then energetically I could feel still like tired. So yeah, I don't care for the grease. Yeah. You steam it too? Yeah. Yeah, like it makes it and it makes it easier to eat. It makes it like easier to eat. Don't necessarily have to worry about anything. Hmm. I am debating. Should I follow my rules or should I let the trade play out? Because I have a limit sitting at around 366, 36666 on gold. It's getting around that time. Mm. You know, one of the potatoes that I find that helps me a lot. I thought it was the russet potato, but that golden Yukon potato, I think it's the vitamin C that's in that potato that actually helps me recover as well. Because I took that out of my so I used to have beef stew with every meal. And when I said that I was full on testosterone, talking about in the gym to where, like when Arnold Schwarzenegger was saying that uh, lifting weights, the pump is better than sex. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I understood what he meant because running, exercising just felt so good. It felt like sex. Is that and it's like it's I don't know if it's releasing those feel good chemicals. It felt like sex. And I was like, oh, this feels great to work out. Feels great. And obviously you'll get attention from it's like it's well, I mean it's I wouldn't say that it's a mystery or nothing. I mean, we're all animals at the end of the day. We all release hormones and the opposite sex will pick it up. It's the whole point. But so I was gonna take this trade in my funded account, but I canceled it. It is getting to that time. I'm not saying that this won't work. I just don't want to be up all night babysitting it. Hopefully, I mean, oh man. I'm pretty sure it's gonna tap and it's gonna work. But I just don't want to be up with it all night just in case. But then trades like this is gonna probably bounce, super bounce. And hopefully it doesn't, man. Hopefully it doesn't. But I'm pretty sure it will. So right now I'm low key wishing and hoping and praying that this thing does not come down and fill this order. But if it does and it begins to work, yeah, that would have been a nice trade to be a part of, though. That would have been a nice trade. Man, I should have took that 88. Honestly, I mean, let me look at that because I mean, I guess I could have taken that trade. I just didn't want to. Hmm. Okay, so it looks like the Bears held the bottom of that of this little bearish order block here. Mm, yeah. And I still eat the russet potato with the steamed steak. I eat the other potato with my daily meals. I will say this, man. The least fun part about bodybuilding, and I'm not bodybuilding, I'm just maintaining my health. I'm going into the gym and just exercising. I don't, I'm not bodybuilding, but my body is being built. So, uh, eating the same thing every day is uh, that within itself is a chore. It gets to the point to where it's like, man, I kind of wish that they would come out with a pill that all you have to for people in this field, because we all know that this is the least fun part about going to the gym is making sure your body has the nutrients that it needs, because you got to eat, and all the food that you're eating is bland: rice, chicken, potatoes. It has no flavor and all that other stuff, because all the good shit, all the stuff that tastes good is bad for you, and all the stuff that's good for you tastes bad. So it's not fun, but it's necessary. Mm. That's up, man. You find time to cook, Cave Trader? Why you say that, Alfred? Oh, Zempic. Why you say that? I've seen what that drug does to people. I've seen what that drug does to people. I'm surprised people still take that shit. Oh. So you cook fast and clean the dishes? Mm. Shit, speaking of cleaning and washing the dishes, Sir Gain Weight has to make an extension on his apology. He has to make an extension on his apology. I knew I told I we talked about this thing potentially shorting to the downside. I was like, man, because this thing failed, it looks like it wants to go down. And I actually shorted the orb low today. That was another short that it took forever for it to freaking work. Cause I got in around when did I get in? I was in at 922. So this pullback right here, I got in at this pullback, or where was I at? I was in at 922. Yeah, so I was in at this pullback right here. This thing almost stopped me out because I left this thing on. My stop was at 45. So 945 is where my stop was. And it actually almost came back and stopped me out on this one. I'm just now noticing that because I was like, well, I don't necessarily trust the bears, but it's not going up, so it has to be going down. I drew my trend line and I said, you know what? Uh, if it comes up above this trend line, then I guess the bulls will just use the bears to run the stops. But that didn't happen, and I was able to catch a majority of this move going down, getting my money back from earlier. I did take a small loss on this trade because it came back on me. And actually, I didn't even allow this thing to stop me out. I just kind of saw that it failed right here. And once it rejected, I just closed the position, which honestly, I'm going to say that that's actually growth for me because instead of it allowing, instead of it, instead of allowing for price to stop me out, I just closed the position and took the smaller loss instead of taking the bigger loss and then just got back in short. So it would have been nice. And then I caught the move going up at the end of the day as well. I caught this move. Dude, you found a rubber glove. You should have took a picture and found a lawyer. I'm surprised you didn't do that. They would have settled with you, and that would have been an easy case. I mean, you would have to probably pay 33, 40% or whatever these lawyers are charging nowadays, but that would have been an easy case there, Cave Trader. Easy peasy. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. I could probably do some more back testing this weekend because right now with gold, I got to get confident with this setup, no matter what the size of it is, because it's been working. It's just for whatever reason, I just don't want to trust the setup. Wonder what's up with this one. Actually, let me see. Yeah, it would have stopped me out, and then proceeded to go in my direction. Mm. Mm. As long as this thing doesn't hit now. And then obviously I'm gonna have to wait until CPI tomorrow. Wait until CPI tomorrow, see what happens. I don't expect too many good things to happen overnight, unless the CPI data has been pre-released already. If we see like a random push overnight, then we all know that the big money got their hands on the data before everybody else. And if we do see a big move overnight, well, it's highly likely that we have to sell tomorrow. If we do see a big move higher, probably have to sell, especially if it reaches a major area of supply. As much as I don't like it, that's what I'm going to start doing, as much as I don't like it. Because at this point, yeah, I definitely agree with that, Alfred. That sell off was crucial. I was just glad that I was part of it. I was just glad I was a part of it because I was going to do what I usually do. I was going to scale into it as it went lower, but then I was thinking to myself, man, this thing is going lower. This thing is going lower. I'm not gonna fight it. I'm just gonna try to find my way in short and and trade that way. Mm. All right, so 194 keep getting rebuilt for this account, and I guess I haven't blown it yet. I'm down $4,000, and it keeps rebuilding at 4,000. Mm. $4,000. Well, I mean, why would you do that? I mean, the trend is obviously down, so why would you do that? And of course, that's where it bounces. Of course, of course. This thing probably rejects at 80, but I took this trade because I didn't really care. And this account, it rebuild, and I didn't know I was down $4,000 in this account. So obviously, this account is like a throwaway account, a test account at this point, because we'll see what happens with it. Probably I should have did that. Probably I should have did that. What is that? 198. This is my test account for sure. This account right here specifically is the account that I use to take trades that should work. I don't necessarily care for the outcome of the trade. I'm just taking the trade. There's one trade that I usually see works a lot with gold, and it's the same thing with the ES, is that 100% trade. So if you're using fibs, uh, let's just say that you get in at the 50 on a fib level, it usually travels 100% to the next 50%. So if you're at a 50%, it'll travel to 150%, and then you'll see a bounce or a reaction there. I see that the market likes to make these types of measure moves a lot. Hold on, you blew your Top Step practice account. Okay. Hmm. Yo, hey Alfred, I know you probably was like, okay, whew. They said funded, but they meant practice account. I know that probably was a relief. Honestly, I did the same thing. I came back to the charts and saw that I was long in gold from the bottom. So apparently, I must have took this trade last night in my funded, or I took it off my funded and forgot that I actually had it on this account. And I come back to the charts and saw that I was up 370 something ticks on gold. And in the other account, I was like, oh shit, I'll take that any day. Coming back and seeing that my position is still working from the previous night that I completely forgot about. I definitely have to start cleaning up and start dialing in because I feel that I'm still somewhat in soul searching mode. I know I want to trade the Nasdaq. I know I want to trade gold. It's now just sticking to the strategy. The strategy is the part that I just want a consistent strategy that works majority of the time. And as I back test with gold and the Nasdaq today, I kind of felt like it kind of reminded me of why I moved away from Nasdaq because I mean it's fun to trade Nasdaq and the evals, but when it comes to my funded accounts, I do not trade the Nasdaq in any funded account unless this account that we're trading on stream. That's the accounts that are dedicated for the Nasdaq, like the account that we trade on stream will be traded for the Nasdaq, but other accounts is like, man, I don't want to risk those accounts because we had this nasty drop for whatever reason. I mean, I see that they sold it off of VWAP. So, I mean, they sold it off of VWAP. I can understand that. But we had a entry at 920. And then this shit dropped for all the way from the highs to my break even. It stops me out. Like to the T almost. And then it pops back up. And then it goes. If I didn't have this trend line drawn out, and saw that price broke back above and used the trend line as support and then pushed up and then came back down to literally get back in the same area that my original entry, that would have pissed me off. And that's my biggest concern when trading the Nasdaq is just the unnecessary stop outs. And then it comes, and then to add insult to injury, it misses this target right here by like what, 2 points. I had my target at 93. It misses this target and then it craps out. So the challenges of trading the Nasdaq, and then it's like the Nasdaq is too crazy, the ES is too tame, but gold it can be just right sometimes. But for whatever reason, I don't trust it. When she's not giving me any reason not to trust her. Mm. All right, so we are getting close to that 10 o'clock. I have pulled that order from my funded account. I have a rule overnight that, especially in my funded accounts, I will not trade past 10 because I will be up all night managing the trade. So I have actually what I should do to make sure that I adhere to that rule is actually set it up in Cold Turkey actually. So this is an app that just helps me. I used to have the no Asia rule activated, but if I'm gonna trade gold, gold usually sets up overnight. So I had this rule for I had this rule for trading Nasdaq, but not necessarily for gold. Actually, I think I need to. Hmm. Um, hmm. Actually, I should probably put this at 9:45. Actually, before I save that, let me make sure I don't have any orders on this on the chart. Make sure the orders are canceled. Okay. And this is what's going and this is what helps me stay uh this is what helps me stay consistent with my rules. Mm. So I don't have to think about it. Let's put that like 9:45 a.m. Because after 9 o'clock, I don't want to trade gold after 9 o'clock on both sides of the clock. So this is gonna keep me. And on Friday, I don't want to trade at all. Ah, dude. Don't want to trade at all. So I keep Friday completely locked. Mm. All right. All right. There goes Tradeify. This blocks Tradeify for me, so I'm not trading in my funded account. Or not Tradeify, Tradeivate. My bad. Make sure that I'm not getting in my own way here. So at least this is open from and closes up at 9:45 a.m. It reopens for Asia and then it closes back up at 9:45. All right. And Asia continue. And this makes sure that I'm not trading overnight. And it continues from 12 a.m. and then it opens back up at 5. Okay. All right. All right. So now I'm not fighting with my ego about, oh man, you should have took the trade, blah 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 blah. No, I got a rule and it's for a reason. So I don't mind taking the trade in an eval or something like that, but I'm not I'm not going to try to get this money back in a freaking funded account because the emotions will be at all-time highs. So, all right, that's done. Okay. Yeah, you know what, K Trader, uh even though I got the copy trader, man, I find myself not even using it. I don't even well, so when I trade in, so I'm trying to I'm copy trading this account, a 191, and I have 3 other accounts following it, but for whatever reason, I don't trade it. For whatever reason, I don't trade that account. That's the only account that is a leader account, and it has 2 or 3 other accounts following it. I definitely need to utilize this account more. I definitely need to start taking these trades in gold and just build that confidence with gold because gold is always working. Gold is literally always working. You don't have to worry about none of that bullshit, man, that the indices like to play. You don't have to worry about it because gold is always working. It doesn't matter if you're a bull or a bear. If you're on the right side of the market, it will work. Context is everything. Structure is everything. Trend lines are so important on gold. It just makes me feel like I'm actually trading the market and not hoping and praying that it works. Hey, yo, what's up, Pine Tree Trader? What's up? Shit, we took a short at the retest of that of yesterday's orb low. Hold on, you got stopped out of that move yesterday, Cave Trader? Where were you in at? Oh, you you probably got caught in this move right here, huh? You probably went long at that breakout. Did one of your bots actually go long right here at this breakout, and then you got stopped out, and then it goes long? Oh, so it was in Asia? Or you said it says you don't remember. It was way before the move in Asia. Hmm. Well, the one thing I don't particularly care about uh right now at this trade is that it is hanging out at that trend line. We all know that bears don't necessarily follow through right away. They kind of need to go higher before it goes lower. Mm. And this thing's gonna probably super rally. Mm. 65. Mm. Mm. I wonder if we do get this pullback here in gold. Because now, actually, now that I'm looking at this, gold is actually trending down. Gold is actually trending down now. Now that I'm looking at that, gold is trending to the downside. And there's a trend line. Of course. There's a trend line coming down. So now I need to make sure that I keep this. All right, so let's see if we can get filled here. Yo, congratulations on that pine tree my bad. Pine tree trader. Tongue twister there. Congratulations on locking in those two payouts. If Cave Trader is speaking highly of you, do you trade bots? Or do you trade with bots, scripts? I know Cave Trader is really big on that. Discretionary. What's that? What is that? So Pine Tree Trader. What sizing do you use per trade? Are you a do you like to trade heavier positions with the shorter targets? Or are you more like Cave Trader with the smaller position catching bigger targets? What is your go-to strategy that locks in payouts for you? Oh, okay. I'm getting. Oh, he's famous. Well, I appreciate you joining the stream, Pine Tree Trader. Yeah, I'm trying to get up there too. Well, that is my goal. Once I feel that as crazy as it sounds, even though we have great results on this stream, I still feel like there's still more work to do. I don't know if I'm procrastinating. I don't know if I'm doing this purposely. I'm telling myself that I need to be perfect before I really put myself out there. Even though I know that is not the case. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to promote. I just need to put myself out there and but I'm in a comfort zone right now and I looking at myself in a third person type of way. I see that I'm in a comfort zone. I'm not I'm not doing anything outside of my comfort zone. I definitely have the capability. We definitely have the results on this stream for sure. But I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing something. Don't know what that is yet. Well, that's usually what I do over the weekend is just plan. The stream has definitely evolved since its inception for sure. Alfred can definitely can be a testament to that. I feel like there's just something that I'm missing. And I appreciate that Pine Tree Trader. I actually now that I know, let's actually I'll go give your channel a check out, a sub actually too. I just subscribed. Just subscribed. Yeah, no problem, man. This is what this is about. Support. Because shit, we all we got. Because if we don't support each other, then the rules win. The ones that just want to sell you courses and don't really want to contribute to the community, but extract from the community and don't give nothing back, they win. Okay. All right. So I'm going to just close this one out. This is not performing the way that I wanted to perform. Um, and I don't want to hold this trade overnight. So I'll just close it with an 18 tick in profit. I'm pretty sure the bulls are going to blow past this area. I don't think the bears are going to hold it. I don't think they're going to hold. So I'll just close that trade out. So wait, I'm gonna leave this gold trade though. I think this gold trade I think this will work. I'll probably be maybe 2 or 3 points in drawdown, but I think overall this trade will work. I mean, there's a lot of support here, a lot of support in this area. I think, yeah, I think we should see a reaction, maybe a small bounce. So I'm gonna leave this trading overnight. We'll see what happens tomorrow morning. You know, I almost tried to take advantage of the $30 lifetime activation fee on Apex. I was like, man, all I need is $5,000 more to pass the account, and shit, I almost did it, man. I almost deviated from the strategy, but what stopped me? What stopped me was I looked at my. Actually, I'm gonna show you my chart. I'm gonna show you my chart because this is actually a first. Let me just take a screenshot because I really don't want to move the tabs or anything. But we've been grinding in this account for 30 days. We've been grinding in this account. Uh, so I've been in this account. This is probably the longest that I've been in an Apex account. 29 days. I've grown the account up to 15, almost $16,000. That is that's what stopped me. That's what stopped me. I almost just said, just get the 5K. We can do it. Just go in heavy, 5 contracts. Hurry up and get the $4,000 past the account so we can take advantage of the $37 lifetime activation fee. But I was like, no, I've been in this account for too long to give it up in one day. Just imagine trading in not even a day, but a session for 30 days of consistent trading with proper sizing. Yeah, I just was not going to do that. Yeah, yeah, and I appreciate that. And I bought the 25Ks, or the 250Ks, and I probably won't get those ever again. Actually, let me rephrase that. I made that statement when I was trading heavy size. Now that I trade proper size, maybe the 250Ks are actually probably the right size for me. Instead of 6,000, is it $6,500 in drawdown, trailing drawdown until you reach the buffer. But instead of making, so if I was in a 250K, I would have passed already, and I would have been in a PA account already. But with these 300Ks, I mean, I get what, $1,000 of extra trailing drawdown, but I had to make $5,000 extra to pass the eval. But I will say, get when I was gambling in these Apex accounts, the 250Ks and the 300Ks, they are night and day. I've taken these 300Ks down to the wire, and there's enough drawdown in those accounts to where I can hope and pray to the Nasdaq gods and ask for her forgiveness and ask her not to take my account away. And with those 300Ks, there's just enough drawdown for it to reverse, and you can be profitable, and you can be like, whoo. But I blew these 250Ks so fast, not realizing that extra $1,000 in trailing drawdown actually meant something. I blew those things instant. I was like, damn. I didn't know I can blow the account that damn fast. That's when I just do like 5 or 10 mini contracts on it. It's not like I was trading properly and blew them. I was gambling, and they didn't last as long as the 300Ks. But okay. So I did take the. So again, I did take this. I did take the orb breakdown. I did take this trade. I was profitable in it. I left a lot of money on the table. My last target was, I believe, at 855, 835, and I left this on the table. So I was able to manage to get the orb below all the way to 835. So that was a decent trade. Uh, decent trade. But uh, let's document this, and then we'll be done for the night. You don't know who that is. All right, so about 845 to 856. So 1120 to about, oh wow, almost an hour to the tick, or to the T. 1120, 1219. Mm, 785, 133. All right, so we are definitely, definitely doing work on the opening range for sure. So the initial sweep was around 845 low. Include the initial break happened around 1120, 1219, broke low. Initial reaction. It was a dirty break and retest. Results 133. Well, I mean, it was a dirty break and retest, so uh, it did trade. So it traded 897. 19 minus 897. So it traded 21 points. The initial break. and then it traded the 133 low. Okay. So, as I go back and kind of look at the data, it looks like the market likes to trade an average of 40 points. I mean, we see that the market likes to at least trade 40 points away from the range before pulling back. And then that's when it makes its move as it pulls back. So this is why we like to catch the initial move and then the full move so we know. And I know that it just moves an average around like 40 points. So this data is definitely helpful and it's going to help us navigate when we trade the orb every morning. So, okay. Yeah, I kind of figured that the Bulls, or at least right now, the Bears are. I mean, the Bulls aren't doing anything either, but I wouldn't short this. I mean, the Bears hasn't proven that they want to come in here. They're at least they're trying at this or below, but maybe with the volume right now, let's actually look at that. Uh, and we don't got that much volume right now. We got 4 more days on this contract, so yeah. All right. Well, uh, yeah. I just have to stop thinking like that. I definitely have to stop thinking like that. Because what I was thinking about was just this old trader programming when this type of stuff mattered. Uh, and I'm talking about trading on big news days. I mean, at this point, we should be numb to the point because there's always a news event happening. There's always news. If we don't trade because we have CPI, PPI, DPI, TPI, whatever, we will never take a trade because there's always something that's happening. And I feel that regardless of what news comes out, I mean the news is just going to facilitate the trades. It's going to move the market where it was already going to go a little bit faster. We don't have to wait. It's going to make 100-point moves in literal seconds. And if you're trading in an area of support and demand, well, usually you're good. So let's ask my AI assistant, what should we expect for tomorrow's CPI data now that we have now that PPI has been released. It was up 2 times. No, we trade the 15-minute orb. We wait 15 minutes every day, and we track the volume. This is the daily average. It's like an 18-day average. Probably I should do 21 days. Probably I should probably change this to 21. I think I had this at 18 because I only had like 18. Um, so maybe I should have this as a 24-week average. Let me see what that'll look like. As a 21 average. And you know what? Actually, I'm gonna bring it back. If it wasn't broke, actually, yeah, I think I had it like that on purpose. Or it was 3, so that's like 15. I'll just put it back to where it was. Anyway, so we like to track the volume for the first 15 minutes. What we've discovered so far is if we have over 100,000 contracts added in the first 15 minutes, we're usually going to see a big move, and that data has repeated itself constantly. And you can see on the days where we don't have 100,000 contracts traded or added in the first 15 minutes, we're not seeing these big moves. We're seeing choppy days, obviously due to low volume, and we're not seeing those big days. So, I mean, obviously you'll have your outliers, but for the most part, you see 100,000. That usually means we're going to get a big move. And we also like to track how the market is breaking out of that range, because this is the Nasdaq, and I mean, the more information we get on the Nasdaq, and we can stay profitable longer with the Nasdaq. So, yeah, New York session. So, when it comes to volume, I don't use volume to pick directions. Actually, we also have another tool that we use actually, uh, and this is a software called Black Box Stocks. And what this tool offers is dark pool levels and gamma levels, and this is what I use more or less to pick direction. And obviously, I'm using support. And so, I mean, there's a lot of things that go into which side of the market that we're going to trade on. But for the most part, if we're in a positive environment, then I'm looking to go long, and vice versa. If we're in a negative environment, then I'm looking to go short. And just based on the context of the market, and if the market is making structure highs and lows, like higher highs, higher lows, then I'm going to be looking for those longs versus going short, and vice versa. Kind of like what we saw today with the Nasdaq. Originally, we was in long at this low, at the orb low today, so we did get a big winner right here. I was able to get my first target hit, but it missed my second target by like 3 points before it crapped out. But once I saw that the market was making, lower highs and lower lows, when I see that structure shift, uh, I usually tend to shift from being bullish to bearish because of the structure. Even though I don't particularly care to take shorts anymore because bears just suck, they don't hold anything anymore. And when they do hold, it takes them all day just to get to a level. At that point, the only thing I can do is either be stressed out with the shorts or just find an opportunity to go long. That's all I can do. Yeah. But I mean, we've been consistent with the orb. I feel that in my opinion, uh, the orb is the heartbeat of the price action for both the Nasdaq and the ES. The ES especially reacts at uh, previous days orb, the same session orb. You can just see that the ES just loves reacting at that orb. So if you're an ES trader, then the orb trade is probably the right trade for you. Now, there are times when the ES kind of does this bullshit where, it does this with the orb, and it just has a hard time moving away from the orb. But for the most part, if we can get a great orb breakout with the ES, it's a great trade. Beautiful trade on the ES. Uh, but it's just the days where it doesn't work. Those days just suck. So okay, yeah, no problem, man. No problem. But all right, guys. That's it for me tonight. Uh, just remember. Oh, actually, before we actually, we're just gonna look at this and then. All right. So and I so before AI was a thing, my rule of thumb was, or still is that no matter what I think about news, it's not my contracts is not it has no influence on the market. So it doesn't care about how I interpret the news. It matters how the people with big money interpret the news. And I promise you, these institutions pay these analysts six, seven figures to determine and decide how to interpret the data. And whatever those analysts say, that's the direction the market goes. So it doesn't matter if, oh my God, inflation has increased 10 million%. The market should be crashing. We should be racing to zero. And the market is making all time highs every day. It doesn't matter what I think. But now with AI, you can ask it simple questions and how to speculate and how to interpret these data releases so you can kind of have an idea of how these analysts that are being paid six, seven figures to analyze this data, how they're seeing it. So you can kind of get an idea of, okay, so this could potentially be seen as bullish. I'm not going to take this to heart, but if I see some bullishness, then it's like, okay, well, I'm not surprised. And it's saying that I guess the summary of this is said expect CPI to show a slight pickup in consumer inflation around 2.9% year over year, but remain in a range that supports imminent Fed easing. So the market already is preparing for a rate cut. That is no longer the market's focus. Right now, the market is worried about how big of a rate cut will we be getting. Will Powell give us an emergency 50% cut, or will we still get that 25 basis cut and we'll see an aggressive cut maybe at in future events? Because we all know that Powell likes to say we need more data before we make monetary policy decisions. And a big thing that happened with the Bureau of Labor of Statistics, because that data was revised, now the market is speculating that at this meeting or at this upcoming meeting, Powell should do an aggressive rate cut because the market is now showing that it was never in a good state, but we don't need data to know that. We know that everything's expensive. We're seeing tech companies fire a lot, or I shouldn't. I guess I shouldn't use that word. They let go a lot of their workforce, and we're seeing a lot of restructuring. That right there should have been a sign that the market is, because I mean these companies had so much extra money that they made up positions to fill so they can say, oh yeah, we hired 10,000 new employees, and these positions didn't mean anything because they had the extra cash to do so. But that's no longer the case. So now they're restructuring and reducing their workforce. So, and Powell was using this labor data as justifications to not cut rates. So now a part of the Fed mandates is the labor market, and we're seeing a slowing of the labor market. Now the market is like, okay, what is Powell going to do? Are we going to see that 50 basis point cut in next week's meeting? So we'll see. We will see what happens. Obviously, it's ultimately up to Powell, but the market is already speculating that we're getting 25, I think 8% right now thinks we're going to get a 50 basis point cut. So, all right. But that's it for me tonight. I appreciate all that joined. We'll definitely come back tomorrow morning, and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody. Have a good night.